Namaste. Welcome. I'm Angie. This is a Vinyasa practice. We'll start seated on your mat. If you'd like to add a blanket to sit on, you could do that now. You could fold up a blanket, or you could just lay one out like I have here that I'm using for my yoga mat today. Sitting in an upright position, planting both of your sitting bones on your blanket. It helps to sit on the front edge of your blanket if you are using a blanket. And then once you're there, it helps to tip the pelvis forward. When the pelvis comes upright, our lower back is not rounding behind us, but rather the lower back is coming into the body, helping us to be more supported in this shape and sitting up nice and tall. You can rest your hands on your knees with your palms facing up, joining the thumb and index finger together to form a soft circle, Jnana Mudra. If you'd like, or if you haven't already, you could begin to softly close your eyes. Feeling the earth beneath you, feeling supported by the earth beneath you, allowing your legs, your feet, any part of the body touching the ground to sink into the ground. And feel how there's a rebound of lift that can come up from the spine. The heart center softly open and lifted, feeling that your chin is parallel to the ground. Allowing the tongue to be soft. So it's releasing away from the top of the mouth. And there's a little space. Let the face soften. Let the corners of the mouth begin to turn up slightly, forming a nice, soft Buddha smile, and bringing your attention to your breath. Can you stay connected to all of those postural details we've established and really starting to feel the breathing as much as you're able? We're breathing through the nose, relaxing the body, maybe starting to cultivate an Ujjayi breathing. That deeper breathing through the nostrils on the inside of the throat. Exhaling through the nostrils with the mouth just barely pierced, open. Slowing down the breath each round a little more. And can you extend the inhale and the exhale for the same count? Perhaps pausing before your exhalation and mindfully, purposely exhaling. Feeling the belly expand, inflate with the inhale. Pausing and feeling the belly deflate completely as you release all the breath. A few more rounds like this. If you'd like to bring your hands together in prayer, resting at the center of the chest, you could do that, lowering your chin towards your chest, and bowing in towards your hands, towards yourself. Namaste. Honoring this time you've set aside for yourself, for your practice. Perhaps you'd like to set an intention for your practice, or an intention for the day, the week, the month. And so we're making our way now, made our way to our hands and knees. If you want a little bit more cushioning for your knees, you could use that blanket if you had that earlier. And just situating yourself on that blanket or on your mat here. Knees are directly below the hips. Your hands are directly below your shoulders. See if you can align your wrist creases with the mat. Now can your hands reach towards the front until your index finger is pointing straight towards the top of your mat. Good. Now glancing at the eyes of your elbows, the inside of your elbows, see if you can align that with the space between your thumbs and your index fingers. As you're ready, we'll start moving through some cat-cow, lifting the chest up, reaching up, looking up, belly is soft down towards the mat. Exhaling, beginning to bring the chin in towards the chest, rounding out the spine for cat. You're moving inhale, looking up, and exhale, bringing it into cat. Lifting the head, lift your tail, the cow, pulling the shoulders away from the ears as you exhale. Stopping at center. Now, lifting the left leg straight behind you. Toes are pointed down, heel is pointed up. Notice your alignment with the head and just try and keep it as neutral with the spine as you can here. Maybe lifting the heel slightly higher here. Noticing if the balance kind of got wonky. Are you leaning to one side or the other? See if you can balance it out a little bit. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Now taking that foot and reaching it all the way up towards the front of the top of your mat on the outside of your left hand. So it's kind of like a lizard dragon variation. Curling the right toes under and lifting that back knee up a little bit so you can wiggle that leg back. So now you're really giving yourself a little bit of a stance or a little bit of an opening to let the hips really sink in towards the earth. Let the head be heavy here and just hang towards the mat. So you're really feeling some openness, some release here in the hips, allowing the head just to drape and relax. Very good. And breathing, inhale and exhale. And now beginning to lift the body up, we're going to walk that left leg out to the side, okay? So now we're setting up for beam or gate pose, okay? So that left leg is straight to the side, toes are pointed forward. Hands can start on the hips, tailbone reaching down towards the earth. Heart is lifted. You can lift your hands up if you'd like, reaching towards the sky. Very good. And as you begin to exhale, reaching that left hand down the left leg. Okay, breathing into that right lung, really feeling some openness through the side body here, maybe looking up at the arm. Good. So now taking that right hand and just reaching it in front of the face, planting both hands in front of you now. So keeping that leg straight out to the side, we're going to lift the heel up slightly, right? And now the toe, that big toe pad is down, facing down. Now we're going to lift that leg from the hip socket. Notice what that feels like. Notice your balance. Did you get off kilter here? Can you balance things out again? Very good. And now releasing that foot back down to the earth, sliding that foot behind you now. So you're up on the toe pad, really pushing that toe pad down. Here, I'll turn around to the side here so you can see what we're doing here. Pushing the toe pad down, heel is pushing back, really finding some length there. Now lifting that right hand up for a twist. As you inhale, lift up a little higher. As you exhale, sink into that twist. Feel a nice opening through the spine. Love twisting. Wringing out the guts, wringing out the organs, wringing out the spine. Back to all fours. Okay. Couple cat-cows here if you'd like, if that feels nice. Beginning to really wake up the body here, waking up the spine. Connecting with your body, connecting with your breath. Allow yourself to be here in your practice. Okay, so now we have another side, reaching out that right leg. So lifting the right leg up, toes pointed down, heel pointed up. Breathe. Maybe lift that heel a little higher. And stretching that foot out and around. We'll bring it up to the front of the mat on the outside of the right hand. Lifting that left knee up a little bit. And wiggling it back, setting up for a deeper stance here. Let the hips really sink down towards the earth. Let the head drape down. Relax into this shape. Open up the hips. Let the neck decompress. Let go. Let it all go. Shifting the hips back up, hips over that right hip now. Right leg extended straight out. Lift the arms if you'd like. Tailbone is reaching down as the heart center lifts up. All right, stretching to the other side. Right hand down the right leg. Lift the left arm up and over. Breathing into that left lung. Maybe look up at the left arm if you'd like. Feel the expansiveness, the openness here, draping, reaching that left hand in front of your face. Right hand meets it. Okay, so now we're going to stay here for a moment as we lift the heel up, pushing that big toe into the mat, and then lifting from that hip socket straight up, maybe an inch or two, maybe a little bit higher, as long as you feel in control of the shape. You don't want to get all wonky here, right? So as long as you feel like you feel strong in this shape, that's how high you want to lift the leg. Releasing it down, sweep it back behind you. Pressing into the toe pad, pushing the heel back, nice and strong. Lifting the left hand up to the sky. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Feel your breath. Feel your body. Feel it all. Be here with your practice. One more inhale and exhale. We're slowly making our way back to all fours, curling the toes under, lifting up into downward facing dog. All right, that was a quick transition. So downward facing dog, walk the dog a little if that feels right, if that feels nice. Bending in each knee, really sinking the hips into each side. Feel it out. What does your downward dog feel like to you? Walk it up to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. Fingertips are either on your shins or on the mat in front of you. Exhale, sink it all in. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, all the way back down. Let the head turn in as you exhale, sinking in towards the thighs. One more inhale, halfway up. Flat back. Exhale, sink it in nice and deep. Bring the head, curl it in, plant the hands. Stopping here, pausing here. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sweep it on down, plant the hands. We'll start moving through some sun salutations here. So left leg reaching back behind you. We're in a low lunge stance here. Find your plank. Drop to the knees. And then slowly bringing the chest down towards the mat. Chin can touch slightly. Inhale up for your cobra. Exhale, down dog. Nice. Okay, so we're in downward facing dog. We're leading with that left leg. Goes up to the front of the mat and between the hands. Right leg follows. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, drop it in. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, sweep it down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold it in, reaching with that right leg. Not sure what just happened there with the video. Right leg goes back, left leg goes back. Downward facing dog. Okay. Feeling out some downward facing dog here. Right leg lifts up to the sky. Really stretching it out towards that right bicep. Hover, lifting back up to three-legged dog. Reaching the leg now towards the left side tricep here and hover. Find a little twist there. Reaching the right leg up. And now through center, we'll plant it in between the hands. Resting the left foot down, top of the left foot down. And pressing onto the thigh here. That right thigh, really lifting up. Hands can reach up towards the sky here. And find a twist. So that left hand rests on the knee or the thigh and maybe reach behind you with that right hand, reaching for the left foot. Okay, now framing that right foot and moving back into downward facing dog. Taking a nice steep inhale and exhale in your downward facing dog. So we'll switch over to the other leg. Left leg lifts, really pushing into the palms of the hands. We're going to swing that left leg around the front to the left bicep. Hover, reach it back up to three-legged dog. Now over to the right tricep and hover, back up, three-legged dog. And now reaching through the center, we're going to bring it all the way up. And dropping that right knee, top of the right foot plants down. Maybe sit up nice and tall. Planting the hands on the thighs. Tailbone reaches down towards the earth. Inhale, lift the hands up to the sky. Go in for a twist if you'd like on that exhale. Planting that right hand on the knee or thigh and reaching around for the left foot. What foot is that? Right foot with the left hand, right? Okay, planting the hands, framing that left foot, coming back into downward facing dog. Downward facing dog feels so nice. The body is warming up. And shifting the body forward, almost a plank before dropping to the knees, melting the heart, sliding up through cobra. Elbows are tight, close towards the body. Let's just stay right here. We're just going to plant it all the way down on the belly. Okay? So we're just flat on the belly, pushing the pelvis slightly in towards the earth, towards your mat. Hands are resting beside you with palms facing down. We're going to come up for a locust pose here. So lifting everything up, lifting the chest, lifting the legs, lifting the shoulders. Head is looking straight forward, kind of almost just a little bit in front of you at the top of your mat. Relax it all down. Nice. Couple breaths here before we set up for our next one. You can do that same round that we just did, or maybe you want to try bow. Bend at the knees, reach for those ankles, push that pelvis down in the mat again, tighten those glutes, and lift up. Pushing into the mat with the pelvis, lifting the rest of the body up. Exhale, just melt it all down. Extend legs back out, hands come up to heart center, lifting the body back up. And find your way to downward facing dog. And breathe. All right, so we're making our way to the top of the mat. So stepping or jumping, bringing the feet on the outsides of the hands. Toes pointed slightly out. We're setting up for Malasana, our Yogi Squat. So the elbows are pushing out on the insides of the knees. So see here if you can lift the tailbone. Lift the booty a little bit. And see if you can push it out just slightly here too. So you're really engaging Mula Bandha here. Focusing on that pelvic floor, lifting, breathing. This is a good one to do every day. And if you're ready, you can bring yourself down to your bottom. So bringing the hands behind you, just allowing yourself just to sit down, reaching the feet straight out in front of you. And we're going to find a little seated supine twist here. So you can cross that right leg over the left. You can cradle that right knee with the left hand if you like, or you could take the elbow on the outside. Reaching the right hand behind you. Inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, sinking in for a twist. So there's this guy over here taking photos during this yoga video. He's funny. And breathing. And exhale. Okay, legs come back out. We're going to go into the other side. I don't know what I'm saying there, but there's no sound. Left leg crosses over. And we're going to cradle that left leg with right arm. Left hand reaching behind you. Oh. Inhale, reach up. As you exhale, twist a little deeper. Maybe that elbow goes to the outside of the knee. Lifting the heart center up. Sending the breath through the spine. Oh, we're winding down. Not much more to soak up of our practice. Unwinding, unbinding, bringing the feet out. Rock it back and forth in the sits bones. Maybe take caterpillar here if you'd like. Walking the hands out towards the feet. Maybe you have a full forward fold here. Maybe if you have that blanket that we started the practice off with, you could roll that underneath the knees. So just finding something that allows the hamstrings to get a nice juicy stretch here. Okay, nice. It's going within. Where is your breath? Thoughts are coming and going. Let them come and go. Just be here for you right now. Walking the hands back up if you're ready. Scooching down a little bit. And if you're ready, we'll make our way down to our backs. Setting up for your final resting shape, your Shavasana. So in Shavasana, in my classes, I like to do some kind of reading or read a poem or an excerpt of a book I'm reading at the time. But for this practice, I'm going to do a reading from one of my favorites, Melody Beattie, Journey to the Heart. So she says, "You are on time. Quit wandering, worrying, and blaming yourself for being late, or worse yet, missing the boat. Nothing else in the universe frets about being late. Does the moon ask itself if it's where it should be? Does the sun say, 'I must hurry, else I'll be late'?" A friend asked one evening when I was worrying about not being on time. Stare up into the sky on a beautiful moonlit night. Feel the quiet, timeless rhythm of the planets, the moon, the stars, the universe. Know that you are connected, tuned into a rhythm deeper and more secure than all your wanderings could imagine. Deeply breathe, relax. Let your pace spring from knowing that inside your heart. Trust the rhythm of the universe. You are right where you need to be. You'll get where you need to go. You have all the time you need. All right. Bring awareness back to your body. You're beginning to add some movement. And as you're ready, beginning to bring the knees in towards the chest. Maybe rocking back and forth. Waking the body back up. My love, coming in for a kiss after Shavasana. Rolling over to one side. and lifting yourself back up. Very good. Thank you for sharing this time, for this practice. Namaste. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.